At the 1964 New York World's Fair, Walt Disney once again transformed the world of entertainment with 4 groundbreaking pavilions. Among them, It's a Small World, Walt's salute to children everywhere. Beneath the Tower of the Four Winds was a gift shop where visitors could aid UNICEF by purchasing a variety of whimsical art cards, including this note card, all illustrated by designer Mary Blair. With this imaginative piece, we celebrate achievements in Imagineering from the office of Walt Disney.
The Disney World's Fair in 1964 in New York ended up being the last really great, big international World's Fair. I think he saw that this was an opportunity to get involved with major industry to produce mega shows that on their own, Disney and Disneyland couldn't afford to do.
The World's Fair created the future of Disneyland. The company had never done a human figure, and Walt was putting him right at the center stage as a key essential to make a show. He was so confident that the people around him could make those things work. And it's pretty gutsy for somebody to take that kind of risk. You think about doing all those things for all those companies, and everything else they did at the fair, most of it was going to be destroyed, but not the things that Walt did, because he owned them. And the moving vans were waiting when the fair closed to get them back to Disneyland.
They use the term evergreen, and I'm always designing attractions based on what it will be like to ride it the 20th time, not the first. It's easy to get people to walk in the door, and then you hear them say, okay, I've done that, I don't need to do it again. Now, I don't know if Walt Disney or Rolly Crump or Mary Blair or Mark Davis, who designed It's a Small World, thought about those things. But all of that came together to create something that people are still, 50 years later, standing in line a half an hour to get on it. Mary started at the studio way back when, in the 40s, and created the colors and the style that were so much a part of some of the films that have become classics for Disney. They wouldn't look the way they do if it wasn't for Mary Blair. This note card that was done in 1964, when It's a Small World was built for the New York World's Fair, is really typical. I think it's absolutely right on what Mary did. She saw the whole world through this kind of childlike vision. And so that really became, I think, the backbone of why that ride has stayed so unique. There's nothing else in Disney or anywhere in the world that has this styling that was unique to Mary Blair.